So in our scriptures, it talks about the four pursuits of life: dharma, artha, kama, moksha. So in this modern day age, how are we meant to progress from brahmachari to sannyasi when we're dominated by career and materialistic goods and nature? So is it actually possible to attain moksha in this modern day when everything that we do is surrounded by karma and
My
materialism?
friend, you are nearly there. Anyway, it's a serious question. The four aims of Hindu life, again very well scripted, and it's interesting to look at the ancient way of looking at human condition and resolving it. They say there are four things that we must kind of try and focus on, and they say dharma means, this idea of dharma means sorting ourselves out. That's what dharma actually means. It's not building a friendship with God. God came afterwards. So dharma, making sense of the world we live in. So we suss ourselves out, sort ourselves out is the simplest word, dharma. So that's fair enough, we can do it in modern times. Artha is a simple second word. Many people think Hinduism means you are wed to poverty, you must be poor in rags. That doesn't mean you're religious, that means you've lost religion. The second aim of Hindu life is artha. Artha literally means create wealth, my friend, create wealth. Otherwise you are a burden on society, your family, yourself. Don't be a burden. Become a helper. So create wealth for greater good. The second aim of Hindu life, surely we can fulfill that. Artha, create wealth. And by the way, Hindus are very good at that. You don't have to tell them. In 30 years, we arrived here about 30, 40 years ago. Most of the richest people are Hindus. They are very clever at making money. So we don't have to teach them that. They already know it. It's in the Yahoo! So dharma, artha, second aim. Third aim is very interesting. You'll be surprised. This young gentleman just mentioned kama. Kama means actually, you'll be surprised and very pleased to hear this, fulfilling desires. Say, Mr. Lakhani, you've given us open check now. That boy was making eyes at me. Mr. Lakhani said, fulfill desires. Let's go for it. It comes with a caveat, a strong health warning. It says, fulfill legitimate desires. Legitimate. Suppose you're walking, what you notice when you're walking, you meet somebody coming across, and you just when you look at his face, I want to smack him. I feel like really giving him. It happens, I tell you. But this says, then Mr. Lakhani said, fulfill, go whack him. It doesn't say, he said, fulfill legitimate desires, not anything that comes to your mind. So that's a third aim of Hindu life, fulfill. And again, this, in the modern society, we allow you to do that. Some religions will say, bottle up your desires. We say, don't do that. You become psychotic. Release them in a very watchful manner, in a harnessed manner, then you are safe. In a controlled manner, in a manner that is legitimate. Fine, fulfill legitimate desires. Suppose you want to become rich, go to, buy a big house, car, whatever, fulfill legitimate desires. Nothing wrong. So dharma, artha, kama seem straightforward, but what the gentleman asked is much more serious. He said, now how can we achieve moksha? Moksha, by the way, literally means moha shaya, end of delusion. Because have you noticed, we live in a deluded state. We think, no, we are okay, we are well thought out, we have thought out our lives so well. Actually, we live in a deluded state, chasing after this, being buffeted by that, and being thrashed about here and there. We just kind of lead trying to fulfill our desire. If we just fulfill that desire, if I can just go to that top university and get a job in the bank, that's more, I will not ask for anything else. And then you see a handsome boy, I must get married to him, by the way. And then of course I must have 2 children, of course. And so it grows, it mushrooms. One desire fulfilled, 2 more will appear, 4 will appear. Try it out in your lives. Or you already done it anyway. So you soon find out that we're living in a state of delusion. We never seem to come to an end to this blasted. It's like an infection. So moksha means rise above desires. Not say bottle them up, be careful. It says rise above desires. Only way you can rise above desires is to recognize, this is the only way you will sort your problem. Otherwise you're deluded all the time. You're still chasing after this, I'm quivering. When you rise above desires, instead of being slave to this world, of a material world, you become the master. That's called moksha. Moksha doesn't mean you get snuffed out, because you live fully. You now know. You are not under a delusion. That's what moksha means. So all the 4 aims are possible in the world that we live in. One more caveat I must put in is this. The Hindus are very good at making money, but they are very bad at spending the money in the right way. Very bad. That's the worst, I would think. All of them would like to collect more and more money. I'm telling you, every cousin I've got is a millionaire. What do they do with it? Put it on the bottom and sit on it. Sit on it. They can't do anything else with the money. Learn from Westerner. The one I love mostly is somebody called Bill Gates. This guy's a billionaire. Does this, okay, my daughter, my son will have it, oh, it's my personal money. No, give it away. It's been taken from society, give it back to society. See, this is what meaning earth means. Create wealth not just for your personal good. And I tell you one other fun, interesting thing. When you create wealth just for your personal benefit, it begins to stink. It's right. Look at any life, anybody who's rich. When you think, oh, I'm so rich, I went on a cruise, I went to this 7-star hotel, good for you, so what? You know, it's really trivial, but they become mean and small. When you work for the greater good, you live fully, more charged up, you enjoy every moment. Again, it's a nice simple example I use in schools. I suppose that, mommy gives a little boy a chocolate cake, your birthday, here's a big chocolate cake. You can have it for yourself, happily eat it. The whole cake is yours. There's one option. The second option is, suppose we invite half a dozen of your friends, naughty, nuisance, loud, and they sit around the table with you, and all of you have a chunk of chocolate cake and eat it and crunch it and let all the crumbs fall down and laugh at each other. Which one do you prefer? I'm telling you, almost all the youngsters say the second option. When you have money, when you spend it for greater good, you really come alive. See, this is the teaching of our tradition. And we see Bill Gates doing it without being a Hindu. So be it. So we are saying that the aims of life are possible to be fulfilled in the world that we live in without any hesitation. You can do it. But you need that maturity and that majesty to do that.